My name is Julian Edwin, and I'm the owner and founder of Eugene Fusion Element Gin. We are located in Tampa, Florida, so we are local-based gin in Tampa. I used to be a chef for over 15 years. So as a chef, I work together with bartenders hand in hand in the restaurants, creating for them their infusions, their simple syrups to go in their cocktail. So as a chef, I always loved gin, and I wanted to incorporate the love I have for food and incorporate it in a unique cocktail or a spirit that bartenders could use across the world. So
Amazing.
Eugene was made by a chef to enhance the passion and love for food across the board.
Super, super. Very nice. So I'm sure it must be tasting amazing.
Yeah.
Talk to me more about, let's say, your journey from the maker to the seller now, right? So when you started hitting the doors, when you started knocking, opening up some bars, how do you introduce your brand to the bartenders, and what's your elevator pitch there?
So simple, like I go to them and I'm like, hi, my name is Julian. I have an incredible gin, a very smooth gin that's welcoming on the palate. A sipper is very smooth. You could sip, you could take it as a shot. You could do it as a martini on the rocks. And they're like, oh, a gin like that? And I'm like, yes, it's a very smooth, clean, beautiful gin. I said, also, the base in my gin, it is sugarcane. So it is different from the traditional gin we normally get, which is corn, wheat, barley, or whatever you use for gin. I use sugarcane, making it more natural.
At one point, you must be saying, right, that I was a chef. So then that way they immediately start respecting you because you're from the kitchen end of the day, right? And you're from their business.
Yes, sir.
So what kind of question? I'm just curious on that. Like, what do they ask you? Did you, put sort of a mixability or food pairing or any other kind of things in the making?
So the first thing they asked me is how I went from being a chef to creating gin.
Nice.
Being a chef, you get to play with different flavors from across the world, different foods and cultures. So creating a gin was for me a unique blend. And with my gin, you can use it for any cocktail you have. You can use it as a dessert cocktail, to a meal. If you have steak, you can create a cocktail for it. If you have fish, you can create a cocktail for it.
I understand.
Because the elements in the gin, it's welcoming. So it is, you don't need much to make it great. It's naturally great by itself. And the flavors of the gin is just like something that's welcoming on the nose and the palate.
Great. And what's the story behind the name Eugene? You mean to say your gin, or you tell me?
So it's funny, Eugene. So the story is like, I was creating a gin not for me, but for you as the consumer. So you elevating who you are to another level. People once said gin is not great. Gin is, if you drink gin, you will sin. So I was creating a gin that elevates who you are to a different level. You're no longer drinking gin that we gave us hangovers from when we were in college days.
Yeah.
A premium craft product that is welcoming and it don't burn, and both men and women can enjoy it.
Understood. So let's go on distribution. Like, how many states is it available in, and which sort of markets are you aiming to expand into in 2024?
So right now I am in Florida and California as of right now. I am trying to get into the whole US market. I like San Francisco, New York, the DC market, New Orleans, Houston. I'm just trying to expand because I know these areas are very large when it comes to gin. And I just feel like I was trying to get the product out here to those markets so they could see what I have to offer for it.
How many years you said you have the brand in business for?
Right now, 11 months.
Got it. So I see that you won silver medal, right? 85 points at the Bartender Spirits Awards.
Yes,
how are you using that, just out of curiosity, in introducing into your pitch?
So when I go out, the first thing I tell them, I said, this gin has won an award. And they're like, an award already? I'm like, yes, it won a Bartender. I say the name of the company it won from. They're like, you want to Bartender Spirits Award? And I'm like, yes, I did, you know? So it's like, hey, I took this gin and I made it for the people in the industry. And I sent it to a Bartender Spirits Awards so they could validate that this gin is a beautiful craft product. Hi, my name is Julian Edwin, and I'm the owner of Eugene Fusion Element Gin. It's a botanical vape-infused gin. The base in this gin is sugarcane. We have blood orange, lemon zest, hibiscus, and then it's very smooth and welcoming on the palate. It's made for both men and women, so they could sip, put it in a cocktail, a martini, or enjoy it however way they choose to. We're trying to get this gin in the markets in the US from Florida to California, whether you're in New Orleans, Houston, New York, Washington, D.C. If you're a gin lover, this gin is something that you will love and that you want to have for all your clientele to try also. You can find us on www.ugin.us. So ugin.us.